Hey guys, hi, hello, namaste, adab, sat sri akal, assalamu alaikum, vanakkam and khamma gani to all of you. Welcome to today's class guys, and today is your Prodigy series for CBSE 9 and the topic for today is number system and this is your session 2. Alright, so as you all remember, I have done the first session of number system and in that we have revised what we have learned in grade 8 about the rational number. Alright, so I'll start the topic today, and today we'll be studying about real numbers and what is their decimal expansions, what kind of decimal expansions do they have, and some other problems. Alright, so let's start the class without wasting any more time. And once again, welcome to all of you guys, those who are here for today's class. And please don't forget to like the video and share the video with your friends. And if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Alright. So first thing, irrational numbers. Guys, what is irrational number? If you remember, we have learned that rational numbers are those numbers which can be represented in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers, q is not equal to 0. So irrational numbers are those numbers which cannot be written in the form of p by q. You cannot write them in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. So examples are root 7, root 11, root 2, root 3, root 5 and so on. Alright, now many students have this doubt that sir, root 2 I can write it as root 2 by 1. Root 2 by 1 is, see sir, p by q form, q is not equal to 0. Why it is not a rational number? Because better remember, p and q must be integer. Root 2 is not an integer. Alright, that is why it is not p by q form which we want for rational number. Got it? So I hope this doubt is also clear, that why if I can write root 2 by 1, root 2 as root 2 by 1, which is p by q form, so why it is not a rational number? Because in this p and q are not integers, p is not integer over here. So for that reason, so these numbers are called irrational number. Alright, so for starting you can understand those numbers inside the square root which are not a perfect square. Those numbers inside the square root which are not a perfect square are irrational numbers. Alright, so numbers inside square roots which are not perfect square, which are not perfect square. Because beta, suppose if I say root 4, so root 4 will be equal to 2, so it is a rational number. All right, so it is not like anything inside square root will give you a irrational number only, no, but any non-perfect square number, a number which is not a perfect square, if that is inside, suppose root 3, then yes, it will be an irrational number. Then yes, it will be an irrational number. All right, now real numbers. What is real numbers? Beta, real numbers concept is very easy. In case of real numbers, what do we do? By we have learned about rational numbers, and then we have seen there are some also other numbers also which are irrational numbers, which are irrational numbers. All right, so there are some rational numbers, there are some irrational numbers. You join all these two, you join all these two, you get your real numbers. All right, so combining both the rational and irrational numbers, suppose in one hand you have all the rational numbers, in other hand you have all the irrational number, you put all of this in one bucket, so that bucket will be a bucket of real numbers. So real number includes all the rational as well as irrational numbers. So you can understand this with this diagram. First is your natural number. In natural numbers, if I add 0, I get whole numbers. In whole numbers, if I add the negatives of the natural numbers, -1, -2, -3, then I get integers. In integers, if I now get the remaining numbers which are in the fractional form, p by q form, then I get rational numbers. Irrational number, root 2, root 3, root 5, root 7, like that. And if I join rational as well as irrational, this complete box becomes real numbers. So rational, irrational, integer, whole number, natural number, everything comes under real numbers. Alright guys, so real numbers, as you can see, this is very interesting say chart with which you can understand the system. Real numbers have rational as well as irrational numbers. In rational number we have some non-integer rational numbers and other are integers. Integers also are a part of rational number only, है ना? Now integers also, there are negative integers and there are whole numbers, because 0 is also there. Alright, 0 is neither negative nor positive, so whole numbers. And whole numbers, there is one 0 and the remaining are natural numbers. So you got to know every number through this pie chart, through this chart. All right. Next thing, real number and their decimal expansion. This is a very important topic. Very important topic. Real numbers and their decimal expansion. So when I'm talking about real numbers, guys, you got to know I am talking about both the rational number as well as irrational number. Yes. So let's start with the rational number. So if I look at rational number, I have that rational number is in the form of P by Q or A by B, where we divide A with B. So when we divide A with B, we are getting generally two situations. What are those two situations? First situation is, let's say 4 divided by 5, this one number. So if I divide 4 with 5, I can say 5 zeros, it is not dividing. Remainder 5, put decimal, 5 8s are 0.8, 40. So you got in the division, you got remainder 0. You got remainder 0, and you can see the number of decimal digits. Number of decimal digits are finite. Remember, number of decimal digits are finite. Now let's say next situation, which is 1 by 3. 1 by 3. So if I divide 1 with 3, so 3 zeros are okay, it will not divide. 1 is remainder, put decimal. Then 1 0, now I can put at every step, 1 0 is allowed. So 3 3s are 9, remainder 1, 1 0 I can put. Again 3 3s are 9, remainder 1, again 1 0 I can put. 3 3s are 9. Now see, this process will continue, and here also we'll keep getting 3. So you'll get to see here that, sir, every time I will get remainder 1, again I will do 3 3s are 9, again remainder 1. So here remainder will never be equal to 0. Here remainder will never be equal to 0, and after the decimal, the number of decimal digits, they will never stop. They will keep on going. So there are infinite decimal digits. Alright, so we can say in this case we have infinite decimal digits. So we have got two cases. One is finite decimal digits, one is infinite decimal digits in case of rational numbers. Understand? I'm talking about rational numbers right now. So in case of rational numbers, there are two possibilities I have seen. One is when remainder becomes 0. So in that case, in quotient there is say finite number of decimal digits. And the second case, when remainder never becomes 0, in that case there are infinite decimal digits in the quotient. Alright, so these are the two types of decimal expansion. The first type, when remainder becomes 0, these kind are called terminating decimal. Terminating decimal numbers. What they are called? Terminating decimal. So terminating decimal numbers are also part of rational numbers. So if I talk about the fractional form of rational number will be in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers, Q is not equal to 0. And irrational number, which cannot be represented in P by Q form, where P and Q are integers, Q is not equal to 0. That is the fractional form of rational and irrational numbers. Now we are focusing on the decimal form of rational and irrational numbers. So I got to know, for rational number, one decimal form is terminating decimal, where the decimal terminates. So in this way, 0.5, 0.25, 0.264, these all are examples of rational number, right? Second is those values or those division where remainder never becomes 0. So these kind of numbers are called non-terminating. But remember one more thing, non-terminating I have told, but there is also one more property. You can see this 3 is repeating itself again and again and again and again and again, so on. Yes or no? Can you see this very clearly? For example, let us take some other rational number. Let us say I am taking, let's say, let's divide it with 7. Alright, so let's say I am dividing 2 with 7. Now you can see here, let's see over here. First thing I will say, so 7 will not go there, so 0 point, so it will become 20 now. So 7 2s are 14, remainder 6, 7 8s are 56. Remainder 4. 7 5s are 35. Remainder 5. 7 7s are 49. Remainder 1. Alright. 7 1s are 7. Remainder 3. And 7 4s are 28. Remainder 2. Now, can you see again the same process will continue? I will again say, sir, 7 2s are 14. Alright. Again remainder 6. Then 7 8s are 56. So again this much part will keep on repeating. Again I will repeat, then 20, then I will say remainder 4, again remainder 5 49, again remainder 10, remainder 3, 7 4 is 20, again remainder 2 I will get. So this process will continue. So in the quotient again it will be 285714, 285714. This way some portion is will keep repeating itself. Here also 3 kept on repeating itself. 3 was repeating itself again and again. So in case of rational numbers where P by Q form we have, and P and Q are integers, Q is not equal to 0, remember either remainder will be 0 or remainder will not be 0. But when remainder is not 0, number of decimal digits in the quotient are infinite. So it is non-terminating, but also there will be a pattern. There will be there will be repetition. Digits will appear repetitively. So we can clearly guess what is going to be the next digit. I can clearly guess after this. Again I will get 2 8 5 7 1 4, 2 8 5 7 1 4, 2 8 5 7 1 4, and I keep on doing it. So that is why these kind of numbers are called non-terminating and recurring. Recurring means they are repeating. They are repeating. So rational number has two types of decimal expansion. Other example, if I'll give you over here, suppose 0.06, 06, 06 and so on. So here 06 is repeating itself. Acha, one more way of writing it is beta, I can write it as 0. I know 06 is repeating itself, so put bar on 06. Here this I can write as 0.3 is repeating itself, put bar on 3. This I can write as 0.285714, put bar on 285714. Suppose if I have 0.423333 and so on, something like this. So now I will write 0.42. Ab dekho 4 and 2 is not repeating, only 3 is repeating itself, so I will put bar only on 3. So from this I got to know that it is 0.42 and then 3 is repeating itself again and again and again and again and again. Alright, so this is what decimal expansions of rational numbers look like. So rational numbers have two types of decimal expansion, either terminating decimal or non-terminating and recurring decimals. Okay, beta? Okay, next part. So decimal expansions of rational numbers is two type, terminating and non-terminating and recurring. Alright, अब irrational numbers beta. Irrational number, remember whatever numbers we have seen till now, root 2, so root 2's decimal expansion is 1.414 and something. There is no repetition over here. For example, pi is also an irrational number. So remember, in case of irrational number, if you find out the decimal expansion, remember in grade 8 you learned how to find out the decimal expansion of say root 2, root 3 by long division method. You used to do 2.000000 like this. And in pair you used to do it, that long division method was there. So you found out the value 1.414 and something, it will keep on going. Alright, so there you will observe that the decimal expansion of irrational number is non-terminating. Here also remainder will never be 0. Non-terminating, remainder will never be 0. But there is also no pattern, non-recurring, non-terminating and non-recurring. So in the decimal expansion of irrational numbers, there is no pattern also. You cannot guess. See in pi's example, 3.141592635389793238. So there is no repetition over here. I cannot guess here after 8 what number will come. I have to solve for it, and then only I can find it out. So remember, irrational numbers decimal expansion is non-terminating and non-recurring. Other examples, if I'll give you, suppose 0.01, 001, 0001, 00001 and so on. अब देखो बेटा, I cannot say over here that 01 is repeating, because if 01 was repeating 01, then it should be 01 only, but then it is 001. Now again 001 is not repeating again, so every time there is no pattern over here. All right, there is no repetition over here. For example, 0.25329825473592 and something like this, there is no repetition, everything. So these are your examples of irrational number. So on the basis of decimal expansion, beta, if I talk about real numbers, we have rational numbers and irrational numbers. Fractional form, all of you know, rational number we can represent it in P by Q form. Irrational number we cannot represent it in P by Q form. Decimal form for rational numbers, two types. One is terminating decimal, all right, and the other is non-terminating but recurring, non-terminating and recurring decimal. And for irrational number, we have non-terminating and non-recurring. So this kind of question, many times it is asked that non-terminating decimal numbers are irrational numbers. Non-terminating decimal numbers are irrational numbers. So many people say, non-terminating irrational. True. No. False. Non-terminating can be rational also. We also have to check whether it is recurring or not recurring. ठीक है बेटा? Then comes that to find out a rational number or irrational number between two given rational numbers. So rational number we all of us know. Either we will do a plus b by 2, or I have told you in the previous class also, make the denominator same and write two numbers in between them. And now since we know decimal form also, we can easily write. For example, if I tell you between 0.2 and 0.3, write one rational number. One easier way is 0.2 and 0.3, between them you have 0.21, you have 0.22, 0.23. You can write them. They are, you know, terminating decimal. है ना? You can also write 0.21212121 and so on. This is also less than 0.3 only. Yes or no? And if I ask you to write an irrational number, you can do this thing: 0.21, 021, 0021, 00021 and so on. Again you can see there is no repetition over here. So if we know decimal numbers, writing a rational or irrational number between two given rational numbers becomes very easy. Alright, then comes one important topic, that is representing the real numbers or the real numbers on number line. So in this we will be talking about the decimal numbers, and we will represent them up to some decimal digits, say up to 3 decimal digits or up to 4 decimal digits. So we can use magnifying glass. What it says, beta, it says a very simple thing. Suppose you have been told to write, mark 4.26 bar. 4.26 bar means 4.26, 26, 26, 26, so on. Up to, on number line, up to 4 decimal places. Up to 4 decimal places means 42626 we need to put. Okay, beta? That is what we need to do. So what we will do, first we draw a number line. Alright, suppose this is 4 here, this is 5 here. I know in between them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here we will have 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4, 4.5, 4.6, 4.7, 4.8, 4.9, and this is your 5. Now I know 4.2626 will lie between 4.2 and 4.3. So this part we will zoom again. Alright, so here I will say we have 4.2, here we have 4.3, and it means we have here 4.21, 4.22, 4.23, 4.24, 4.25, 4.26, 4.27, 4.28, 4.29. ठीक है? So suppose here 4.21, 4.22, 4.23, 4.24, 4.25, 4.26, 4.27. अब देखो बेटा, I want to find out 4.2626. So 4.262, more than 4.26 but less than 27. So this part we need to zoom down. Let us zoom this part, 4.26 to 4.27. Now we'll get 4.261, 4.262, 4.263, 264, 265, 266, 267, 268, 269, 270. So that is 4.27. Ab I want to find out 4.262, 4.2626. So between this part, more than 4.262 but less than 4.263. Write it over here. 4.262, 2621, 2622, 2623. So this way here you have got 4.2626. So this is called successive magnification. We keep on zooming. We keep on zooming. Okay. अब this kind of question will come up to 3 decimal digits or 4 decimal digits. But there is scoring. If it comes for 3 marks or 4 marks question, because lengthy one है ना. You have to draw 4 lines, represent everything. That is why it is a scoring question if it comes, but easy, not that difficult. ठीक है बेटा. So let's solve some question. But before I move ahead, for a good opportunity for all of you to join Vedantu Pro subscription right now at this moment, because as you all know, this year again is an possibility of this lockdown and this corona situation, and in this situation your studies should not be hampered. Most important thing. All right. So that is why Vedantu Pro subscription is a very good offer for all of you. And also we are coming with the promise of Vedantu Improvement Promise, in which we are promising you your improvement. We take the sole responsibility of your studies. We take the sole ownership of your studies, and we tell you that when you join Vedantu, you will definitely see improvement in your studies. Alright beta. So what are the features of Vedantu's online classes? First thing, you'll get access to unlimited live classes, and all the classes are going to be filled with fun and high level quizzes. You'll be able to interact with the students from different parts of the world, so you'll get to know where do you stand. Next thing, you will be able to say watch the classes. Suppose even if you miss your class because of some reason, you have an option for interactive replays. So interactive replay means even when you're watching the replay of a class, you'll be able to attend the quiz and see your name in the leaderboard as well. All right. Then handwritten notes, you no need to worry about the notes at all. Then you have a dedicated teacher in your class. Whenever you will be attending any live class, there will be a dedicated teacher to take care of all your doubts. All right. So none of your doubts will go unresolved, and you'll be getting access to quality tests and assignments, and there are unlimited micro courses and crash courses for your board examination or any competitive examinations free of cost. So no need for say worrying about your revision. You can revise a topic or you can study a topic as many times as you want. All right. So remember, less price, more classes. The registration link is in the description box of this video as well as in the pinned comment. Just go there and you will be able to register for Vedantu's Pro subscription. ठीक है बेटा. अब let's solve some questions. First question, is 0 a rational number? I would say yes. Why? Because I can write 0 in the P by Q form, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. How? Sir, 0 I can write it as 0 by 1. 0 is an integer, 1 is an integer, and Q 1 is not equal to 0. है ना? P can be 0. No one has told you numerator cannot be 0. Numerator can be 0. Only denominator should not be 0. Alright? So yes sir, it is a rational number. Next one. Classify the following numbers as rational or irrational. अब देखो बेटा, first one, root 23. If you will see, root 23 is a non-perfect square number. It is not a perfect square. That is why it will be irrational. Second one, square root of 225. अब बेटा देखो, you need to be very careful over here. You need to be very careful. You know that 15 square is equal to 225. So 225 is a perfect square. So root 225 will be 15. So it is a rational number. Question number third, 0.3796. Again you can see it is a terminating decimal, and if it is terminating we can say it is a rational number. Fourth one, 7.478, 478, and so on. So we can clearly see 478 is repeating itself. So it is non-terminating and recurring. And if it is non-terminating and recurring, we know beta it is a rational number. And the last one is non-terminating. The last one is non-terminating and non-recurring. That is why it will be an irrational number. Okay? So only first and the fifth one are irrational. Second, third, and fourth are rational numbers. Alright, next question. Find 5 rational numbers lying between -4/5 and -2/3. Okay, so -4/5 and here -2/3, take LCM. So here into 3 into 3, here into 5 into 5. So we have got -12/15 and here we have got -10/15. Alright guys, we want 5 rational number. Do one thing, simple. Multiply with 10. Here also with 10. So we have got -120 upon 150 and here we have got -100 upon 150. So between these two we have -119 upon 150. We have -118 upon 150 till minus of 101 upon 150. So you can write any 5 number out of these. Write any 5 number. Okay? Alright, this I have shown you in this method. I have told you in the first class also. Second one, we have -1/2 and 2/3. So -1/2 is minus of 0.5 and 2/3 is 0.66 decimal form. Between these two, if you want to write 4 rational number or 5 rational number, write anything. Yeah, I can say sir -0.4, -0.32. I can say 0 also. Alright, I can say 0.45 and I can say 0.4444. These all, any number you can write, yeah, between these two. Okay. Next, how many rational numbers can be determined between any two numbers? Yes, we know the answer for this. Infinite rational numbers. Between any two numbers there lies infinite rational number as well as there lies infinite irrational number as well. ठीक है बच्चों. Next question. Write each of the following in decimal form and say what kind of decimal expansion each has. So 5/13, let's do the decimal form. So 13 we need to divide by 5. 5 is divided by 13. Alright, so let's put a decimal here, 50. So 13 3s are 39. Subtract remainder 11. Alright, 13 8s are 104. Remainder 6. 13 4s are 52. Remainder 8. 13 6 are 78. Remainder 2. 13 1s are 30. Remainder 7. 13 5s are 65. Remainder 5. And now I know again this will follow. 3 times minus 39. I will get 110. So again this will keep on going, and here also 3 8 4 6 1 5, 3 8 4 6 1 5 will keep on going. So 5/13 I can write as 0.384615 bar. 384615 bar. ठीक है बेटा, 384615 bar. Similarly 261/400 when you will divide, this time you will get a terminating decimal. Try to solve this. 261 divided by 400, try to solve. You will get 0.6525, which is a terminating decimal, and you can clearly see terminating decimal as well as non-terminating but recurring, both are example of rational numbers, and these two are also rational numbers, right? Okay, next question. Find two irrational number between these two. अब देखो बेटा, I have 0.16 and here I have 0.17. So if I want to write irrational number between them, देखो simple सी बात है, write 0.16. Now write anything in front of it, but without any pattern. So So I can say, sir, 0 1 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 1 and so on. So you can clearly see it is greater than 0.16 but less than 0.17. Also I can write 0.16 2 3 4 9 2 8 7 5 6 4 3 2 9 8 9 8 7 3 4, something like that. No repetition. So we want at the end non-terminating and non-recurring. ठीक है बेटा, this is how it will be done. Alright, now question number 6 is your homework question for today. I want you all to read all the 3 statements and give me the reason for your answer and state true and false. So write first true and false, small explanation. Second, true or false, small explanation. Third, true or false, small explanation. Anything you want, write it in the comment section and let me know. I will write the name of those students who have done the correct answer, show the name of those students who have done the correct answer in the next session. Alright guys, okay. So as I've told you, the link for registration to Vedantu's Pro subscription in the description box. There you will have option to choose 3 types of Pro courses. One is Pro Lite, one is Pro Classic, one is Pro Plus. Alright, Pro Lite has all the features which I have told you till now. That is live interactive online classes, test series and analysis, assignments and notes, and doubt solving during classes. Alright, remember here beta, in case over here apply coupon, here you need to apply GPE Pro. है ना, apply coupon is showing over here ना, apply GPE Pro. Here apply GPE Pro. Alright, अब देखो बेटा, Pro Lite has all the features which I have told you now. Pro Classic now has one extra feature, that is doubt solving on mobile app. That means even after the classes, if you are getting any doubts, you can solve those, you can get answer for those doubts by using the doubt solving app on the mobile. And in Pro Plus, you have doubt solving app also plus personal mentors. Personal mentor is like a teacher, motivator, guide, supporter. Any doubts you have, academic, non-academic, you can always rely upon them and they will be your guide throughout this journey of your grade 9th of this whole year. Alright, so all these 3 courses are available beta. Now you can see there are 2 options: try for 1 month and buy complete course. In all the 3 it will be available. Now suppose if you are new to this online courses, or you have never attempted online classes and you are feeling doubtful that whether you'll be able to understand or not, you can try these classes for 1 month. You can either try Pro Lite, Pro Classic, Pro Plus, anyone. You can try it for 1 month, and once you are feeling comfortable, then you can also buy the complete course. Now when you're buying complete course, you may be thinking, sir, I am not able to pay all this fee together. So you have EMI option also there, so you can pay in EMIs as well. Alright beta, so just remember this thing, that all these price you are not paying to cover your syllabus only once. No, you are getting revision along with it, and also you can cover your syllabus as many times as you want. Why? Because unlimited micro courses you are getting, so you can study a chapter as many times as you want. Also, Vedantu Improvement Promise beta, as I have told you, we are guaranteeing your improvement. We are taking the sole ownership and guaranteeing you your improvement. We are taking the ownership of your studies. What does it mean? We are saying join Vedantu Pro subscription, and if you do not see improvement in your class, improvement in your marks, then you can take your whole course fee back. No question asked. As simple as that. You don't see improvement, take the whole fee back. Only thing is, simple thing beta, you should be a long-term student. First thing, you should have joined the Vedantu 4-hour long-term batch. Alright, second thing, you must attend at least 75% of the classes, then only you can see the change in yourself and complete the 75% of the test. These are the 3 things. If you follow this, we guarantee your improvement. Alright beta, so this is like one of the first initiative taken in this education industry. So just to make you feel more reliable and make you feel that yes, you can trust Vedantu, and definitely you will see your improvement. Alright beta, so this is all from my side. Thank you so much for joining the session. I hope all of you enjoyed it. I'll see you soon in the next class. Please don't forget to like the video, share the video with your friend guys, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Sayonara. Khuda Hafiz to all of you. Bye bye.